Hello and welcome back to day 3 of this full stack shift taking application. So today we are going to start looking at, also we are going to look at how we can send the emails. So by now we have seen how our structure of the data will be in this model schema as we did in the previous video. So if you haven't watched the previous video, you can go back, watch the previous video so that we be on the same page. So here I want to add some folders here. So I'll add this folder called helpers here. So we have helpers folder here. Also, this folder will be having like a function that we'll be reusing in our application, because remember, you need to know how to restructure or to structure your backend to be able to have a good coding structure. So the other thing is that here we can also have another folder here, and this folder here we are going to call it email service, just like that. I think this is the way that we should code it. And inside this email service also we'll have attachment, and this attachment here attachments, we can add any documents here. I will show you why we are adding attachments here, because this where we adding some attachments. So this is, I have misspelled, I think so I have misspelled here. So this is attachments, and now after this, now these are attachment inside here. Now inside this email service here, we are going to create functions that will send different emails in our system, and those function will be using them in different parts of this application. So here also I'm going to add another folder that we call roots here, just like that. And now I think these are okay. By now we are going to add others as we are going along. So here now the first thing that I need to do here is to create a file, and this file here we call it send email. So this file will, because it is something that we use, we'll make sure that we have created here in helpers, because helpers is where you create functions that you, or the files that you'll be reusing in your application. So let me delete it first of all. So here I need to create this file that is called send email. Okay, we call it send email send-email.js, just like that. So inside here now, this is where we are going to start a function for sending the emails. So here now the first thing that we need to do is to install some packages, and to do this I'll be adding another terminal here. So inside here you can see I have added another terminal, and then let me navigate to the backend, just like that. So here I want to install some here some dependency or some packages. So the first package that I'm going to use is NodeMailer for sending the emails, and also we are going to use EJS for templating our emails. That's why you can see our emails have a certain structure, that is. So I'll be installing them. So the other thing that I will be also be able to install later on is JWT, or JSON Web Token. So after we have installed these packages, we can continue now here by, first of all, we'll just be importing NodeMailer and see how we can send email. So first thing that I'll do is I'll say const and then NodeMailer, just like that, and in here I'll just require, just like that, and then NodeMailer, just like that also. And the other thing is that I will just also import .env, and this one is from .env also here, .env. And the first thing that I will do also is to make sure that I do .env here to be able to use .env file. So right now I know you know how to use .env and why we have .env file. So here we have added .env config. And now the other thing that I want us to do before we continue is to create the password and choose the email that we'll be using to send our emails. So here I'll just open one of my emails. I'll be using one of my emails here, and I'll show you how to get the password to send the emails, because it's not the same as the password that you use to log in into your inbox email your email inbox. So just come here, I'll choose this one, I'll just choose this email here. So let me choose this email. So this email here, so let me select it. So it is just loading. So yeah, you can see I've opened now this email here. And then first thing first, make sure that your email has a two-factor authentication, because it won't let you do this to create an app password, because that's what we are going to do. So here, make sure that when you come here into your security here, you can see two-factor authentication is turned on. So you have this two-factor authentication. Now after this, now what you can do is that you come here into the app password here. Here you'd come here and type app password, and after that now you will be able to sign in again also. So sign in here also. So we are signing in here. So I'm just typing, and then I think my laptop had freezed. So let me log in again. And now I'm showing you how to create a password. So you can see already I have created one password here, and now I can create another password here if I want to. So here I'll just add a name. Here I'll just say shift taking application, or maybe let's add it shift taking app. So here I can click on create here, and here I can see the password that I have created. So I have created that password. That password is the one that we want, and I'll be deleting this password later on, because I don't want to impose some risk on my email. So here I'll just go into my backend here, and in our .env, where we are storing some very crucial details, or the things that we don't want to push to GitHub. Here we are going to add a pass, just like that. I just add it as pass here, and then I'll paste this password, and then this password I'll be able to remove these spaces in between, just like that. And then also I'll be removing that. So also we need email. Yeah, we need to have an email, and this email is the one that we created app password for. So I'll be copying all of this password, or this email that is, and I'll be adding it here, just like that. Also I'll be adding admin email, admin email, just like that. And then it will be the same email here. So I'll just save that, and now we can continue with our creating. We'll be continuing to create our how to create how to send the email. So first thing first that we need to do is to first of all create a function. So I'll just call this const, and then, or let me just create as a function, the normal function. So I'll just say function, and then I'll say create transport or transporter, and here I think it's transporter. I think I'm pronouncing it correct, just like that. So this is a transporter, and then in here I'm adding, or I'm accepting config as argument, and just like that. So the other thing is that I want to send or to export this function. So what I'll do, I'll say module. So module dot exports here, and this one I'll be send email, or send or I just say send mail first of all, just like that. So here I want first of all to create a transporter, and then I'll create this function that we are calling send email. So because this is how to send email, so you need to first of all create transporter. So to create transporter, you need to create this as a function, and then the other thing that we need to do is now to structure our transporter. So our transporter here will have a variable, and this variable is, we are calling it transporter, just like that. And then in here we need to do node mailer and dot create transporter. So create transporter, so create transport, not transporter. So transport, and then here we'll be accepting this config, just like that. So the other thing that we are going to do is to return now the transporter. So return transporter, just like that. And now this is where now we are going to create this function that is called send mail. So send mail, just like that. And I'm going to show you how to use that function that we have created here, create transporter. So this is send email, and then here I'll just say async. And in here, because we are going to do some asynchronous task, so here I'm going to first of all get message options. Here we are going to accept email options or message options, and in here now we are going to start creating. Now we are going to create transporter again, just like that. And this transporter, we are getting it from create transporter because it is returning now the transporter after we have given it now configurations. So here you need to give it configurations, just like let me write it configurations, just like that. And then inside here also we are going to say await, and then transporter, and then dot verify, just like that. And then after this now we are going to await again, and this time we are going to say transporter. After we have verified transporter, I'm going to send mail now, just like that. And the first argument here is message options, and the second option here is callback function that will give us information or an error. So here we need to get an error or info, just like that. So now inside here, this is where we are going to say if we are getting error, just like that. Here we can console log that error. So console log error, that means that our email have not been sent, and we want to see this error. So after this now we can just say console log. So console log here, and I'll just say info, and we want to get response. So you can see here we have response, just like that. So as simple as that, we are able to send the email. So this is the function that we'll be using in this application. So this one here. So now the other thing that I want you to do is I have a folder that contains our templates, and templates are just HTML code. So what we'll do here, I'll just come here because it is in my desktop here, and you can see this folder called templates. I'll just drag it and then get it inside this here, inside this backend folder here. And now you can see this templates here. So here, these templates here, you can see we have announcement.ejs, and if you look at them, you can see these are just HTML. I'm not going to create this from scratch because these are simple files that you can understand very easily. So here, what I want to show you is that this is just a HTML, and inside here, the other thing that you need to see is something like this one here. So this is announcement email, and you can see here we have description. So we are going to receive this description in our template, and you can see this is how we get our variables. This is how you pass in the variable in EJS or our template. So our email body will go with this description here, and this will be passed from our application and from our database or something of the sort. Now here also you can see we have another template or HTML, and in here you can see this one is for reset password. And if I scroll down here, you can see what will be passing here is just let me see. So here, what are we going to pass? I don't think here we are going to pass anything. So here I don't think we are passing anything at this time. So here also I'm going to see this one here, shift assignment. So assigning a shift. So here you can see we are going to pass in location, dates, time, type, duration. So this is how you pass in these variables or the data in our template, and this is something that I'll be going to show you. So here also update password. Here you'll be able to see here we have this password, and you can see the variable that we are passing here is a password. These others are not something that we'll keep keen on because this is HTML and CSS, and you can see our CSS is up here, just like a normal HTML and CSS. We are styling it here inside this tag called style, and now we have this welcome EJS here. So this welcome EJS, this is the email that we are sending when we register our staff. And here you can see the things that we are going to send. We are going to send full name, we are going to send staff ID, we are going to send password here. So, and then that's all. And actually to show you what I mean, like this one, welcome EJS here, let me look if I have that up, if I have that one of those emails. Yeah, and you can see now this is the email. So this is what we are calling template, and you can see the data that we are passing in. This is the full name, this is staff ID, and here this is the password. And that's what you can see here, the full name, the staff ID, and the password. But the template is this one here, all of this you can see here. So this is very crucial. I know you have seen so many applications having this. So what I'll do, because I don't want also you to start from scratch, coding from scratch, so I'll be attaching this folder here. I'll zip this folder and then upload to Google Drive, and then I will add that link into the description of this video, so that you not have a hard time just creating this from scratch, and to save some time. So you'll go through this and you'll be able to understand what I mean. So now I want to create the functions to send the emails. So here we need to to create the functions, several functions that we'll be using to send the email. So first thing that we want to have is welcome email. So here I'll just create another file. I'll just say welcome. You can say this is welcome.js, just like that. So, and then here we can now try to create now the email for the function to send the email for welcoming our staff, or the first initial email that staff get when we register them. So first of all, I will be navigating back to our terminal here to be able to see the server, the server is running or run DB, so that if we encounter the error we can see it sooner. So here we have this welcome.ejs. So here I want to import ejs first of all. This one we are getting it from require, and then ejs, just like that. Also we need to have we import const, and then here we need to import .env, and then this one we are also importing it from .env. And now the other thing is we need to have we are going to get path. So I'm just say path, and here we require path, and I'll be showing you how to use this path. So path is a very crucial thing also, and I will be showing you why. So here path, and then here I'm going to add let's add path, because right now I don't think we have path. So what I do, I'll navigate back here and I say npm and then install path, just like that. And as it continues to install, I'll go back here, and first the other thing that I'll just import, I think I have everything, so I'll just say .env and then config, just like that. So now let me create now the function. So the function here, I just say const, just like that, and then we just call this send welcome email, just like that. So here also this one will have a sync, and in here there are now the data that we are going to get now. So here, first thing, what we need to send with this email, first of all, let me first of all export it. So module.exports, just like that, and then here we are going to, actually this is wrong, so module.exports here, and in here I'm going to send welcome email, just like that, because we are going to use it in another file. So here also we need to receive some data. So first thing is full name, and also we need to get staff ID, and also we need to get password, and now the other thing is email, just like that. So these are the things that we are going to send or to use in our email. So here I'll just now start by templating our email. So here we just say EJS, and to template we are going to use a function called render file here. So this function, just like that. So in here the first thing that we need to get, or the first argument, is our templates. So our templates, we are getting it from this folder that is called templates here, this one here. And now we need also to get the file or the template itself. So we are calling it, we call it welcome.ejs, and you can see here we have this welcome.ejs, just like that. Now the other argument that we are getting here is a data that we are going to send. So we are going to send full name, we are going to send staff ID, just like that, and also we are going to send data or password, that is, we are going to send the password. So this is the data in terms of this object here. So the first argument here is the path to our template, which is welcome.ejs. You can see here welcome.ejs, and make sure this template is inside this, it is in the root directory of this backend folder. So now the third argument here that we need is another callback function. So this callback function here, just like that. So this is coding just like that, and here, because we are going to send the email here, we are going to use async, just like that. And then the other thing that we need to do here is this is async, yeah, just like that. And then here now, this is where we are going to have several stuff. So because this is a call function, we are going to get either the error or data. So the other thing here, inside here, we are going to get to get this now, the message options. So here I'll just say let, and then here I can say message options, just like that. And now this message options is just an object of stuff. So this, you might be wondering, what is this image options? So when you come here, you can see we are somewhere, we are accepting these message options here. That's why you can be able to see here we need to have these image options here. So what we'll do, so let me go back here into our EJS, and the first thing that we need to have is from. So this from here is from which email that we are sending the email. So here I just say process.env and .email, just like that. And there, now the other thing is we need to get also to which where we are going to send this email, and we are getting this from this email. You can see here we have this email here, so we are going to send to that email. And also we are going to get subject, we are going to send the subject of this email. So this subject will be saying welcome to, let me say welcome to AM shifter, just like that. And now the other thing is, here we have the subject, and also we have to have HTML. So this HTML here will send the data. So this data that we are getting here, so if it is successful, then it means that we are going to send the data here. So this data is a combination of templates and some other stuff. So here we need to also to have attachments. So attachments here. So if we need to send any attachments, we can send them here. So attachment is just an array, and this array you can send. Now inside here we can have an object, and here we can send like a path, and then if we have any attachment that we want, we can send it here. So right now I don't have attachment that I want to send, so I'll just leave it like that. What else do I need? Or I can just even remove it entirely. We don't need to send any attachment, just like the normal email. So now the other thing is that now we have this welcome here, and after now we have done this, created this let message option, or these message options. So the other thing that we need to do is now try catch. So this try catch here. So inside here, what we need to do, we calling now the send mail here. So this one here. So this send mail here, we are going to now input message options, or we are going to get message options from this one here, you can see. And here also we are going to await, because remember this one is just a synchronous function. And in here, if we are not sending we can just console log the error. So console log error, and in future I'm going to create a course that will be showing you how also you can be sending the error. And also, yeah, I want to format this code. So here you can see we have this error that we are going to send. So you can see here we have this error that here we have this error, and this is now, if we get now or if it is successful, we are going to send this data here. So, and this data is containing this template here. So that is it. So that is welcome email. So we are going to create another function here. So let me see if I have exported it. So yeah, we are going also to send announcement. So here I'm going to say announcement, announcement dot e or dot js, just like that. And in here, first of all, I'm going to copy everything that is up here, because we are going to need them. So ejs, just like that, everything here, and putting it up here also. And also here I'm going to add a function that we are going to call it announcement email. So this is announcement email here, and this one also, because it's an arrow function, it is a sync. And here we are going to create this function here, or not like that. Let me remove this. It's not square brackets here. And also we are going to export it. So module dot exports, and in here we are going to add announcement email. So just like that. So now we are going also to create now we are going first of all to get email users, because remember this one will go to any user that is in our database. So to do that, first of all, we need to import the user model, and here I'll just add is equals await, and then here I'll just export user from our models. You can see it up there, and you can see we have imported it, and we can say find just like that. So we can find all the users that are in the database, and these users are the same as staff. You can use staffs, or you can use users the way you want. So here the first thing that we get is users. So now, to make sure that we have sent the announcement email to every staff that is in our database, we need to loop through all these staffs or the users. So I'll just first of all check if we have the user. So to do that, because this one will be array, I'll just say users.length if users.length is greater than 0, so meaning that we have users in our database. So here now, after this one, we'll be able to loop. So I'll just say for, just like that, just say let, I'll just say user of users, just like that. So now this is how we are going to loop, and inside now here, this is where we are going now to send the email. So and our template, so we are going to say ejs.render file. So here ejs, okay, this is render file, just like the other one. And here this is where you are going to see the why we created the helper folder, and also the email to send the email called send mail. So here is render file, and on here now you see, like what we expect. We expect the templates, and then our template, and our template here is announcement ejs, announcement dot ejs. And you can, because you can see here, let me check here, in our template you can see announcement.ejs. So the second argument here is just the data that we want to send. So in this one, we are only need to just send description here. So this is description, just like that. So, and now we have callback function here. So this is callback function, and in here, because this announcement, this is where we are going to get we are going to send the title, and we are going to receive the title and the description right here. So just like that. So now the other thing is, now we are going, this is will be async, and in here we are going to get either an error or data, just like that. So here we need also to create the message options, and to do that, I'm going to copy this because they are the same thing. So here I'm going to copy this, and also to send this, so just like that. And in here I'm going to, first of all, here I'm going to send different I'm going to send different subject. So in this case, I'm going to use temporal literal here. So here I'm going to send the title as a subject. And also the other thing that we are going to send here, we are going to use user.email, because remember, this is, we are going to be looping. So that's why you can see we are going to use because we are looping up here. You can see here user, so we are going to use user.email. So the other thing is that we are going to, from here, the same email that we are going to send our email. So we are going to use one email for announcement, for our everything. And you can use this if you want to, or you can use different emails, but in our case we are going to use only one email. So this is which we are saved as this process.env.email. So here you can see this email here. So now what else do we need to do? So here also we are going to now say try catch. So inside this here, after this we are going to say, oh, actually I'm not going to use try catch, or let me just try catch here, just like that. And here I'll just say await, and then here I'll just say send mail. So send mail, the function that we are using it, and here I'm going to say message options, or I'm going to send message options. So you can see we are using this function, and that's why we put it in our helper folder, and also we created that function, that send mail, that we are going to reuse it. So actually now I don't think let me see, I want to confirm something. So here I want to confirm there's something that I forgot, and because you can see here we need to accept configurations here, but there is nowhere that we have added configurations. So configuration is just an object of some options in our email. So here I just add configurations, and in here I'm going to add as an object here. So this is red configurations, and in here I'm adding service. So service here we are going to use Gmail. If it's another email like Outlook, you'll be adding that as an Outlook. So here also I'm going to add host, and host here is just smtp.gmail, and then here .com, just like that. And also we are going to have a port, and port is the port for SMTP. It will be 587, and also we are going to need to require TLS. So here we need to require TLS. So require, just like that, TLS. This here we are going to add as true, and also we are going to require also, or to have an auth here. So this auth here we are going to, it's just another object inside an object. So here we need to have a user, and this user here we are going to add as our email. So .env, and then here we are going to add email, something of the sort. And also we are going to have a pass here as our password. So here I'm going to add process.env, and then let's look at how we saved our password. So yes, it's pass. So this is .pass here, .pass. And is there anything that I'm forgotten? Not. So now that's okay. So now we can be able to use this function without errors, because you can see we have these configurations that we are passing, and you can see this is the configuration. You can see create transporter here, which we are going to use here, and after we have put this, or after we have accepted the configuration, and it is returning transporter, which we are assigning here. And also you can see first thing that we do is to verify the transporter here, and then after that we send the mail. We say transporter.send mail, and then the options, and you can see these options are these ones here that we are creating inside here, and then we accept it in the send mail here. So that's how this is working, or this system is working. And if you are not getting, just take your time. I'm adding the source code for this system in description of this video, so that you can go through and understand what I mean. So here we are going to add another function, because we are sending different emails. So the other email that we are going to send is for a shift assignment email. So here I'm going to add another file, and here I'm going to call it shift assignment here, shift assignment.js, just like that. And I'm going also to copy this here, all this, because we are going to use them. So here I'm going to add them here, and after that now I'm going to create a function, so a const, and then here this is send here shift assignment, just like that. And then here I'm going also to create this function here, and also I'm going to export it. So module.exports, and then in here I'm going to send this or to export this send shift assignment, just like that. So the other thing is that inside here now I'm going to do the same thing that I'm doing, but first of all I need to here to add a sync, because here we are going to send the email, and that is a synchronous function. So the first data that we are going to get here is location, and then in here also we need to get the date, the time. We are going to accept also the type, and then we are going to accept duration, and also we are going to accept client, and what else, we are going to create email and also the notes here, just like that. So after that, now we can come here and say EJS, so render file, just like that. And right here you know what the first argument is. This is the templates, and then after templates, the template, we are coding this template for this shift assignment. So here is shift, this is shift assignment. Let me see if there is a caps. So yeah, shift assignment dot ejs. And what else? The second one here is our data. So this data, all of it. So I'm going to take all the data here except the email. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it inside here, because this is the data that we are going to send. And in here I want to remove this email here. And one thing that I want to show you is that also you need to match this, how you are getting this data and how you are going to pass it, because you can see here we have the location, and this is how we are going to call it when we are passing it in our template. For example, in this EJS here, you can see we are calling it location, so it should be matching how we are calling this variable. So come here, you can see the date is here, you can see it is date. Make sure they are matching time, type, duration, all that. And now we need to have the second here, the second or the third argument. So the third argument here, of course, is our callback function. So our callback function here should have, or should give error or data. So inside here also we are going to now have the options. So these options, let me look for these options. Yeah, so this option, yeah, it's the same. So I'm going to copy this, and inside here I'm going to paste it here. So here you can see we are going to use to send from process.env.email, and also the to email. Then you can see this email is this one here, and also we are going to change the subject, and this one, the subject of our email now will be you have a new shift, just like that. And now I can add here try catch. So try catch here, just like that. And already you know what we need to do here in our try catch. So we need to send, or to call this send mail function here, and what we are going to pass is message option or options, just like that. And also now we can console log the data here. So console log dot the data, or the error, that is. Yes, so console log the error. So that's why you can see we are using this function send mail, and that's why we needed to create this function, so that we can be able to resend it. So I'm going to format this code, and now we need to also have another function, and this one is for updating the password. So when you have updated the password, you'll be sent the email, and just like let me see if I have that email here. So here you can see you've changed your password, so this one, like this one here. So let me go back into my application, and in here now I'm going to create another file. This file we are calling it update. So update password.js, just like that. So the same thing that we are doing, you just come here up and copy everything here, just like that. And then in here I can paste this, and right now I know what I know, you know what we are going to do. We are going to say const, and in here I can say send update password email, just like that. And then this one will be a sync function here, just like that. Here it is a sync function, and also here I'm going to export it, so module dot exports, just like that. And I'm going to export this send update email. Okay, note that. So send update password. And now inside here I'm also going to do to render the file, but first of all we need to get here email and the password, email and password. So this password here. So here we need also to do ejs dot render file, so just like that. And then here the first option of course is about templates. So templates, this one we are calling it update password, this is caps, update password dot ejs. And then the second one here we are going to send is the password, the data that we are going to send, because if we check here in our email you can see we are only going to send this updated email. So and here also we are going to also do one, the other thing is we need to have this function here. So this function is a sync, just like that also. And this one will be our callback function. So you can see a similar thing. So here is the error and then data, and inside here we need to declare message options. So here I'm going to take this message options and everything inside here, because this is the same thing, we are not going to change anything. So here I'm going to copy this, and inside this update password here I'm going to paste it here. But we need to change several things. Like here we need to first of all here change this subject. So here we are going to say you have, or you've changed or you have changed your password, just like that. And then the other thing is that also we are going to send the data, and then you can see the other ones are the same, send mail, and also here we can console log the error. So now the other thing is that we need also to have the reset password here. So I'm going to do reset password, so reset password dot js here. So inside also you know what we are going to do, we are going to copy all of this, and let me copy it just like that, come here, copy it, and then update password here, or not reset password, sorry. So here reset password, and also here in reset password I'm going to do the similar thing that we did with others. So here to see the reset password, so we are going to create the function const and then send reset password, just like that. And email, this is email, reset password email. So here I'm going to add a sync function here, and this is an arrow function, and in here also I'm going to say module.exports, and in here I'm going to export this send email password here. So now the similar thing, so here I'm going actually to copy, so here I'm going to copy everything inside here, so because it's similar thing. So here I'm going to copy all of this just like that, and actually because this one, yeah, I'm going to copy all of this, and here I'm going to paste it here. So we need to change several stuff. So here first of all we need to change, like let me see. So actually I've not copied everything, so I'll just first of all remove it. So let me remove it like that. We need to copy from where? From here, EJS, up to, let's see here. So copy this one and then paste it here, because you can see it's similar thing. So here first thing first is this one is reset password. So reset password, we are going to change that. So reset password.ejs. So here I'm going to also, I'm not going to just, I'm not going to send any email, so, or any data, that is. So you can see here I can leave it like that. So I'm having only two options, this for template and this for callback. So here I'm going to add a subject. So this subject is your reset reset password link. And actually I don't think we are going to use this template and or this function here. So what else do I need? Actually that's all. So here we have created now the functions here for sending the emails. So I'm hoping that you have understood what we are doing, and if you have not understood, you can go into the GitHub source code and see what is happening. Also you can ask in comment section if you have not understood what we are doing here, so that I can be able to also be able to discuss in the comment section about what is happening here, because I think this is one of the critical things that you should understand. So now, because we have created these functions, it will be easier for us to send the emails, because what we need to do first of all is that if I need to register this user, after the user have been registered in our database, what I'll do is that I will call this function like this one here. So, and I will be passing full name, staff ID, password, and then email. And by calling this function, it will just send the email with this subject, welcome to AM Shifter, and also it will just send with this template here. So that I think you can understand. If we want to shift our assignment to assign a shift, so it will be, we are going to call this function that is called send shift assignment, and also we are going to pass this information: location, date, time, type, duration, client, email, and notes. And you can see now how easy things are becoming, because we have structured our application the way it should be. So that's all that I wanted to discuss in this topic, so, or in this video. So I want to stop here because I don't want this video to be long. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and also like this video.